So here's another discussion point. What would you say to someone who says you get what you pay for when they choose open source? And
I
I'm going
would,
to aim for Seth.
um, I would say that's not correct. There's a whole community that is contributing for this solution in open source, and often it's companies like us or larger corporations that are contributing. Sometimes the government, often the government, for example, uses Drupal, so they will be contributing to the platform, creating these modules or plugins that enhance the functionality. So it's not like you are paying for this platform. This whole community is paying for this platform to make it really great, right? So that one-to-one relationship, you get what you pay for, just doesn't make sense in this particular analogy.
I mean, to some degree, it really is like completely different mindsets. If you're buying into a proprietary tool, it's essentially a transaction. You're saying, I need to hire this software to do X for me, and it better do all these things. And here's the feature list, and this is what I want. And as long as the company continues to deliver on that, then I'm basically happy, and I'm just going to go about my business. If you decide that you're going to go the open source route, you are hopefully going because you have an admiration or it resonates that what that community is doing is of value, and you want to be part of it, you want to contribute to that. So it's a completely different mindset. It's much more of a communitarian collaborative mindset than the sort of typical I'm buying the X product to do Y. You're buying into a platform that you yourself, you may or may not contribute to it, but the expectation is that if you needed to change things or you needed it to do a certain something, that there's a lot of, you can start searching through extensive databases of plugins and modules and probably find something. And if it's not exactly what you want, you can probably then modify it. That's a whole different mindset than proprietary. So to some degree, you're getting in both cases what you paid for. One is a transaction, but the other is buying into a community and a certain philosophy of site development, tool development.
Yeah, I think that's really important to highlight. You're part of something bigger when you choose open source. These platforms or tools that are open source might be supporting a government in a developing country or a nonprofit, or allowing someone with a lower budget to do much more in the world. So there are lots of benevolent things that come from open source, and so it's good to do good in the world, right? You're part of something bigger when you choose open source.